There's no better time to upgrade your phone at Walmart because when you sign up for AT&T Next, you can upgrade to a Samsung Galaxy S5 for $0 down. AT&T Next lets you upgrade every 12 months, so there's only one place for wireless. Walmart, more ways to Christmas joy.
Requires eligible installment agreement qualified credit and wireless service plan. Tax due at sale. If canceled, wireless service device balance due. New device after 1 year requires 12 installments. Eligible trade-in and new purchase. Other charges and restrictions apply. See AT&T.com/next or a store for details.
Everybody, welcome. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our first show. I'm your host, Kai, along with C and Hemi. This is our first show. Like I said, we'll be discussing everything and anything under the roof from the standpoint of two guys and two girls. Right now, we only have one guy on our staff for auditioning for another guy. So anybody out there who's listening and would like to be on the radio, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Just write on our board and just tell us that, you're thinking about coming on our show. Our
Remember,
show is
you
called
got to be a
Contest. Yeah, you got to be a guy, no girls. We already have two girls, so it's just another guy we're looking for. Our show is called No Conduct, if I didn't mention that before. And, as the title suggests, no conduct, anything goes. So I'll let each person introduce themselves. As you know, I'm Kai. Go ahead, C.
Yeah, I'm C. And let's see, the type of personality that I have is, I say whatever I want to say. I am not politically correct a lot of times because, like I said, I keep it real. I say how things are, as far as my point of view, regardless of pretty much anyone's feelings, because I don't have time. I don't have time for that. That's pretty much me. Other than that, I like to have, a little joke here and there. And, I'm fun-loving, so we'll see how this goes.
All right, and then Hemi, your turn. Tell us about yourself.
About myself? My name's Hemi. I'm 29 years old. I grew up in the city a little bit, but I also grew up in the boons. I like being in the woods and stuff, but I skateboard. I follow graffiti, video games, pop culture, blockbuster movies, anything to do with hip-hop, stuff like that.
You sure your name isn't Bob or something?
What? What?
I mean, don't laugh, Kai.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
She said, are you sure your name isn't Bob or something?
My name Bob? I'm sure my name isn't Bob.
I'm listening to your hobbies, and, I'm like...
Fuck a Bob.
Okay. Well,
I'm trying to give a general spectrum.
I'm gonna reveal something about each one of us. If you haven't heard, if you haven't heard it by now, in the way we talk, or maybe me, we're all, Virgin Islanders. Some of us by birth, some of us by blood, and some of us.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Shut up. That's why y'all asking me. My name's Bob.
Nothing about you screams Islander, okay? Nothing.
You're right. You're right, except for my parents, but that's okay.
Now, I think I'm the only one that was actually raised in the Virgin Islands. Well,
you were the one who was raised there, right? I left when I was 8, so yeah.
Yeah.
And Hemi and just visit.
Shit, man.
But
fuck you guys. I grew up on military bases. I grew up in Europe. I grew up in Louisiana. I don't have an accent. I don't have any kind of accent.
We both of us, we have just a general accent. Sometimes my island accent comes out. That's about it.
Hey, but, I tell you what, when they're looking for people to be on radio, they're looking for non-regional diction. That's Anchorman terminology for you.
Whatever.
It's cool, Chess.
All that non-regional,
non-regional diction. I've been practicing my non-regional diction.
Chess brings in the urban flavor for us. That's what she's doing. So, and then
no,
when,
she's
not.
That's what I got.
I'm the token.
That's what I got.
On this thing. Is that what you're telling me?
When she gets hype, it's going to be Jamaican that's going to come out, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Everybody's going to call in and say, "Hey, I have a question for the Jamaican chick."
And I'd be like, "Who is that?" I think you have
Lord of mercy.
They just don't know. They're going to get murdered right after that sentence comes out of their mouth.
You know what?
Back up. Lord of mercy.
Until I tell somebody that I know voodoo or some crap like that, which I don't. But
it's true. And then they're going to shut up real quick.
The typical person is afraid of anyone.
Okay. Disclaimer in here right now. People in the islands do not practice voodoo. Just because we're from the islands does not. No. Let me finish. Does not mean we're about to make a little voodoo doll, put your name on it, and stick some pins in it. Now, I can't speak for all the islands. But I'm speaking for my island. So.
Most islanders, are Christians, or more of the top 3 religions, I guess.
I'm sorry, but doesn't voodoo have some Christian practices mixed in with it?
Okay, it's Christian without the witchcraft.
Wow.
Yes. We just keep that on the DL.
Wow.
I mean, did I just say something that wasn't politically correct?
I think you did.
No.
Okay. Yeah, you can put me in check if sometimes, I might.
This show isn't about being politically correct as far as I understood.
This is no conduct, so it's not about being anything. You just be yourself. The other thing I wanted to point out to the people out there is we're from St. Thomas. Well, some of us are from St. Thomas. Some of us are from St. John.
Yes.
There's no freaking difference. There is no difference. St. John is like the size of a pinhead. You'll be all right. Anyways, some of us are from the Virgin Islands. Some of us are from the Virgin Islands. And just so y'all out there know, the Virgin Islands is a completely separate entity than Jamaica. They're a whole different set of islands. Jamaica is up in the north somewhere, and we're down further south. 2 different places.
Jamaica? I've never heard of Jamaica. Where is it? Is it next to Puerto Rico?
What is
Jamaica?
Jamaica?
Next to Puerto Rico?
I've never been to Jamaica.
I think it's right inside of Haiti. I think that's where Jamaica is. I can't.
Jamaica Queen.
It's between Hispaniola and USVI.
Did you hear me? Because I didn't hear him.
I didn't hear him.
It's between Hispaniola and USVI. That's where Jamaica.
So what you're saying is it's in Chile.
Close to Cuba. Yeah.
So Mexico.
Yeah. Argentina. It's at the tip of Argentina.
Gotcha. And Argentina is in Germany, right?
Hemisphere of Australia.
Okay. I know exactly where it is now.
Jamaica Queen.
Planet Australia.
Okay.
Oh my God. All right. So basically, y'all get a sense of what the show is about. So that was just, how we are. So let's talk about entertainment. I haven't seen anything going on. Like, I looked last week and I didn't hear anything, didn't see anything, and I'm guessing like maybe what celebrities are taking a break because it was like Thanksgiving or something. I don't know. Usually you hear something about Miley Cyrus or porn star Kim Kardashian or Kanye West or
celebrities are taking a break. Celebrities are taking a break on that toilet. Okay, that's what's going on.
Come on, you're
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. That's right. Okay, so what do y'all think about that?
Hold up. Bill Cosby just resigned from the board
he
of
resigned?
Temple University yesterday, and he was asked to resign from the board of another university that he has this big scholarship fund with. And a lot of his shows are starting to get canceled now. A lot of his shows are starting to get canceled.
Was he asked to
resign?
resign? Was he asked to resign from Temple University?
Say what?
Was he asked to resign from Temple University, or was that voluntary?
No, it said that he voluntarily resigned from the board of Temple, but they accepted his resignation.
You know what? I kind of feel sorry about this whole thing because all this is happening without any solid proof because it's all based off of he say, she say, you know?
Yeah.
It's like...
I tell you what, though.
What?
Wait, go ahead and finish your thought, and then I will...
I was going to say that a lot of times, like, in America, they like to say freedom of speech and all that, but you don't really have the freedom to say what you got to say because there are consequences. Like, if these people are lying, this man, he already did everything he had to do in life, really. He wasn't doing anything but extra stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But, like, they're ruining his solid reputation that he's had all these years. I mean, he's been doing stuff way before I was born. Any of us were born. And now it's like they're trying to tarnish his name. I mean, if any of this is true, then, too bad. But if it's not true, then this is a very terrible thing they're doing to what we know as to be a good man.
Yeah, I mean, I saw one person standing by him because they're saying, you know, that people are trying to bring him down, you know. But, again, we don't know if this is true or not true, you know what I'm saying? And did he come out and say that he denies the allegation?
Well, he haven't confirmed or denied.
Or denied.
Let me say this. I'm just going to jump in right here then. Yeah, it's America. Yeah, people would do some type of shit like that to just throw Bill Cosby off. If you think about it realistically, 2 years ago, the football coach at Penn State University, they started bringing up allegations that he used to molest the children that were in his mentorship program. And they tried to say the same thing. Oh, they're just trying to tarnish his reputation, blah, blah, blah. He went into himself and the Penn State University camp went into straight damage control. And they tried to stop the stuff from they tried to, just gain more support for Padrino and all this. And it turns out in the end, he really was doing that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now, those are boys that he was molesting. They were young boys. Now it seems like they're gay men, right? That in itself is funny to me. I want to know how many of those boys that he molested that are straight men that did not come forward and told what happened to them. This shit, if Bill Cosby didn't do it, that could be a reason of him staying silent, but he hasn't stayed silent. And with the type of reputation Bill Cosby has in the public light, we all think he's a great man and all this because of characters that he was playing. Bill Cosby is one of the rawest comedians out there, and he has been since he came out. He was not like PG-13 or anything like that. He was, fairly raw until he started doing the Jello stuff and stuff with kids. So to not think that this person has a dark side, would be doing yourself a disservice.
Well, everybody has a dark side.
I mean, unless you're a saint.
When he was acting the character of America's Dad, that was, I mean, it was an act. Granted, it could still be some of him, but that was an act. If he's portrayed this such a wholesome person, then so many women should not be able to come forward and openly speak out about him like this without anybody coming out and saying this is, without a large number of people coming out and saying, like, you know, this is just completely ridiculous. We're not even going to listen to you anymore. They would not be publishing this stuff.
I'm not going to judge a man without proof. That's just me.
I mean, I don't have a judgment. I mean, I don't know. These people could be lying. They could be telling the truth. I really don't know.
Because, I mean, we have no proof. None of us was there in that room. None of us know. And I for sure don't know him personally to even know his, you know, his character off screen, you know? But like I said, none of us was there, so.
I mean, honestly, just because he was, like, raw back in the day doesn't really mean that he's, like, a sleazeball. What's his name? The Full House guy, the father on Full House. What's his name? Bob Saget. He's raw as I don't know what. Like, his mouth is filthy. You would have never known, that was him because of his Full House acting days. But at the same time, just because that's how he tells jokes and whatever, that doesn't mean, like, he'll go out to a freaking college campus and rape somebody. So, it's just you know, you just won't ever know, basically, is what I want to say. Until like DNA evidence comes out or something, and there's like enough evidence to say, yeah, you're guilty, or he comes out and says, you know what, I did this stuff, you're right, blah blah blah. Then you know, I really have no opinion. I don't know.
I read, you know, I'm gonna call it a conspiracy theory because that's all it is, a theory to me. Somebody said that it's a possibility that they brought all this out against him now because he was about to come out with his own positive show for African Americans or Black Americans, whatever you want to call them, you know? And they did not want that to be on the air, and he was directing it. I mean, he pretty much was running the whole show, and you know they didn't want that to be on TV. That's what I read.
But that doesn't make sense because they did that with the Cosby Show already. So why not? Why didn't they do that back then?
Bill Cosby didn't own the Cosby Show.
This one.
No,
100%.
Wasn't that Quincy Jones who was with the Cosby Show? Or was that? Or am I thinking about the Fresh Prince?
I think that's Fresh Prince, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, Quincy Jones is Fresh Prince.
Okay, so a black person didn't own the Cosby Show? I'm pretty sure it did.
I don't know. You know who knows?
If I remember correctly, it was a black person owning the Cosby Show or running the Cosby Show or whatever.
But it wasn't Bill Cosby. Just now, Chesney said Bill Cosby was
I understand that, but so what's the difference, though? Why is it just because it's Bill Cosby? Hello?
Chesney's the one who brought that up. I couldn't tell you. I haven't heard anything about that. The reason why I made the comments I made is because I read an article last night that was talking about basically this woman came forward with a story from her friend. So granted, it's already passed through however many channels, but the woman was saying that she knew, or her and her friend used to live in Las Vegas in the 80s, Bill Cosby. But every time he would, sleep with this girl, before he left the house, he would leave like a few $100s there. And the friend was saying that the girl was not a hooker, but she didn't want to tell Bill Cosby that she wasn't a hooker because she liked getting the money. So they had this whole thing going on right in the city. Fucking
Wait,
what?
So she voluntarily herself a hooker?
She basically,
The hookup.
basically, that's what I got from it. That's what I got from it. But the way they wrote the article, they were like,
but I don't mind the money.
right. I'll just keep letting him pay me for sex, even though I'm not a hooker. I won't tell him I'm not a hooker. I'll just let him keep a hooker because I like a few $100s. Yeah.
That's sexist. That's
I don't know. To me, I think it's all. I mean, we can get into that later, but the disparity between a slut and a whore. I mean, we're gonna talk about that in the dating segment of this shit.
Segment.
But seriously, though, you know, the woman was saying this, and she said that at that point in time, Bill Cosby was almost at the really height of his career or whatnot, or you know, he was climaxing, and that he didn't have problems hooking up with women. But she said one time her friend, or one of the last times she saw her friend came to her like really upset the next day and was like, Bill, I think that Bill drugged me last night. And the girl wasn't like, she didn't really say that she was raped, because she said she would have had sex with him anyway. Like, they had already been having sex for a while, like since they knew about their relationship or whatever, you know?
So then why would he need to drug her?
Exactly. That was the issue. They were saying why she didn't know. She thought it was an accident or whatever. Like, he told her, take these pills. Didn't tell her what the pills were, but said, take these pills. They'll relax you. And then she took the pills, but then she just woke up in the morning and she knew that she had sex, but didn't really know what the hell went on. Basically, she's saying...
How do you know you've had
Bill
sex?
Cosby, I don't know. They were saying by how
you're awake.
She said by how her body felt or whatever. I don't know how you chicks do. But I assume if I've been drilling it, you know.
I mean, unless she was burning down there because she was moist or something.
I don't know, man. I was in a situation with a girl where, I don't know, she like fucking moved wrong or something and stretched something out. I don't know, but she was in pain.
Unless he like, you know.
What the fuck?
What's that?
That was Mimi's story.
I'm not going to go into detail about this shit.
But I was going to say, unless...
You guys on the phone? I know you don't want to hear this shit. But seriously, I'm sorry, Chaz.
People still say skeet, you know. Anyway,
unless
he nutted all over her or something, like between her legs. I don't understand how she would do that.
No, I'm just saying what the article said. This is what the article said. She knew that dude had sex with her, but she couldn't figure out why the fuck this guy would knock her out. Would basically, like, drug her to knock her out. And the fact that she doesn't know what exactly transpired with the sex. So still, you know, the girl was saying she doesn't consider herself being raped. Even the friend that was relaying the story to the newspaper was saying that she doesn't think this girl was raped. But the question But the question was, why would he drug her to knock her out and have his way with her? Now, the woman is still friends with Bill Cosby or whatever. She says, like, in 2005, she saw him at a show.
Who's still friends with their rapist?
And he asked her if he ever drugged her. As a joke, he said that he asked her if he ever drugged her. And it was like an awkward joke, and then he just like kept joking about other little things, but the newspaper called to corroborate the story with Bill Cosby's, you know, agency or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they wouldn't reply. The only thing that they said was, no, we didn't. They didn't mean in 2004, they meant in 2005. So, you know,
maybe.
If him and his camp are saying, okay, we'll confirm that we did meet with this, that you did meet and talk with this woman and her family, this is what's transpired. Why would you say you met with her, but you wouldn't, negate all this other crap in the fucking story that she's retelling?
Because you know what? A lot of people will believe what they want to hear, even if you deny it.
I mean, that's true.
So that's probably why he's like, I'm not going to say anything, because if they want to believe that crap, they're going to believe it anyway. If they don't want to believe it, then they won't believe it.
And Ches, with your conspiracy story, I would say maybe that also is another reason why he's staying quiet. Because if someone's trying to destroy him because of something that he was trying to make a positive move, and they're trying to destroy him, coming out and saying, no, this is not what I did, would be the worst thing ever. That'd be like Dave Chappelle just went to Africa. He didn't come back when they started calling him crazy and be like, no, I'm not crazy.
And that's the same thing. I wasn't going to say exactly the same thing, but I was going to say something similar to that. Yeah, that's probably why he's not kind of saying anything.
And he's separating himself from these universities and positive institutions because right now he's being considered an attack. And basically those are the statements he was making. I do not want to tarnish the
universities.
These universities of these philanthropic organizations that I've been helping and whatnot. He's been part of that temple for over 2 decades. He's been on the board of Temple for over 2 decades. So whatever it is, it's really crazy. But they'd probably kill his ass if he tried to do anything otherwise anyway.
And then I think the craziest thing about all of this is that it happened like 40 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Over 40 years ago, these things happened.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to start. I mean, but I understand people hold on to stuff, but it's kind of crazy to start bringing it up now. If you didn't bring it up when it happened initially, why are you bringing it up now? So,
who takes 40 years to say something happened to them? It's like, to me, there has to be an ulterior motive.
Yeah, but at
40
the
years
same time,
of seeing him on television, all of a sudden now you're like, you know what, I've seen enough of his face. I'm going to tell the world.
At the same time, they would say something like, maybe they were getting paid off to keep quiet, or they were too embarrassed to say something. So there's always that.
It could always still be that maybe this stuff did happen, but also, if you think about the time, hella people were doing all kinds of drugs. And maybe these women wanted to be with Cosby, and they were chilling with him, and he said, here, take some drugs. They didn't know what the hell they took, but they would have been with him anyway.
But seriously, if somebody said, here, take some drugs to me, no.
That's you.
But, people are suckers for peer pressure, or when they're trying to impress somebody that they look up to.
Exactly. And I'm talking about young chicks. They're like that. They would fucking take that shit. And then they'll go home and tell their friend that they didn't.
Like, how many people would just do anything just so they could make it? They'll just see it as a sacrifice they had to make and keep on trucking.
Which is what she was saying about this. What the article was saying about this girl, like she was one of those people who go to Vegas and they try and make it, but she wasn't really using Cosby for that type of shit.
Okay, we could talk about Cosby forever and a day, so let's move on.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of, girls who do stuff and don't like to tell people about it and then act like it never happened, did y'all hear about that Republican staffer who attacked the Obama girls on Facebook? Like, she
the
said
one who
that
made a fool of herself?
Exactly. I was going to say she's sitting there saying that they look like, what was it, bar sluts or something like that. And did you see the picture that came out of her with the beer bottle in her mouth and stuff like that?
Yep.
How are you going to talk about first of all, they're little girls, and second of all, they didn't look like anything. They were dressed like nicely. They weren't showing any kind of like skin. You know, they were dressed very, very nicely and very respectably. And she was saying that they didn't look like they were interested. What kind of 16-year-old do you know is going to be sitting there interested in what's going on? Like, she was probably staring off, wondering what's going on Facebook. Like, they're children. It was like a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old or something.
If I was a first daughter, they would have a whole lot more to say about me. Because my face would be like, oh, God, why am I here? Mac and cheese will be on my table.
I would have sit there, like, respectively, like my father expects me to, but my face would have been blank because I would have been singing a song in my head somewhere, thinking about what I'm doing after this is done. Like, oh, my God, when is this finished? And, oh, my legs hurt.
ADD would have crept in. Yep.
I'm just going to take this opportunity to just completely rail on the stupidity of this fucking woman. I'm not even talking about Obama's daughters. This woman is dumb as fuck. She's a GOP communications specialist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was president before Obama? Had two twin daughters raging havoc all over the United States, getting arrested for cocaine, just being trashed all over D.C. all the time. President George W. Bush himself, she didn't only attack Obama's daughters, she attacked his entire family.
Yeah.
Even
his presidency.
She basically said, you fucking nigger, you can't run this country because you can't run your own damn family. That's what she said. So I just want to take it back to George W. Bush. Last month in October, well, we're in December now, so 2 months ago in October, George W. Bush got arrested for possession of cocaine in Texas.
Wait, what? Seriously?
When was this?
Seriously. George W. Bush got arrested. He got pulled over by a state trooper, and he had cocaine on him. And he was also under the influence. In October.
Was this like on the 2 months ago? Should we be saying allegedly? Because I'm not trying to get sued by anybody.
Was this like 2 months ago? You mean 2 months ago, October?
That shit happened. It was in the news.
Hold on, I'm about to look it up.
I'll pull this up. Google. I think Google is like everybody's searching then.
Cocaine. Let's
George
see.
W. Bush.
Oh, no, because this says July.
Cocaine.
But still, it still happened. But it's saying, hold on. But at the same time, it's saying
it's fake news. It's fake. It's fake.
That's what I'm saying. Should we be saying allegedly here?
It's fake.
It's fake news.
It's fake.
That was not real. Somebody posted that on July 28th.
It's probably one of those. What do you call it? Satire type? Yeah.
I didn't see it in July. I didn't see it in July.
Well,
maybe it just came around. Maybe it just came back around in October.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if George Bush was recently arrested for possession of cocaine or not. When he was in the White House, his daughters were raging all over the place with that shit. So
but you can't really. I mean, it goes back to what we're talking about now, the Obama girls. You can't really get in on a president's daughters like they're children. Children do what children do, which children just
no.
stuff.
No, Obama's daughters are children. President Bush's daughters are not fucking children.
They were children at the time. They were young women,
they were.
like in their early 20s or whatever. Who do you know that didn't go crazy in their early 20s? They weren't 30.
In the public eye. They were doing that in the public eye. She's talking about Obama's daughters not being able to represent themselves in the public eye and being inconsiderate and all kinds of...
Yeah, but you know what? She's stupid because she's expecting teenage girls to act like adults. You know what I'm saying? And she needed to quit. And that's why I don't have a job anymore, because she's stupid. I don't even want to waste any more time talking about that stupid lady.
Well, I was just surprised that she said that myself. So I just wanted to talk about that with y'all, see what y'all's point of view on it was. But we're going to take a brief pause right here, and I just want to introduce someone that I just invited on the line, a guest co-host. His name is Bernie J. He was actually auditioned to be the second guy on this show, and I wanted to bring him on tonight because I was actually impressed by the fact that he remembered the show was today, and that he actually reached out to me and asked me if he chose him or not. So that's just guts, really. So I just wanted to invite him on the show so he could talk to us and be on the show with us. So welcome, Bernie J.
Hello, everybody. How you doing, KJ?
Ooh, you got a big voice. Mm.
How's everybody doing?
We're good. That's who's kind of crushing on you right now. I'm Kai.
Okay. That's
and
cool.
The other guy is he.
Wow. What's up, dude?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, bro. Apparently, my name's Bob. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Oh, okay.
And you missed the beginning of the show. He was telling his hobbies and stuff, and he called him Bob. So based on his hobbies.
Wow.
So, yeah.
His name is Bob.
Okay.
So Bernie, tell us about yourself.
My name's Jay. I love fashion. I've been in the fashion industry for a long time, and sound and lighting for fashion shows, designer and stuff like that. So I'm heavily into the fashion industry, and that's my hobby, and that's what I like to do. So, yes.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Interesting.
Down, Chaz, down.
A what?
What was that?
I know not what he speaks of.
A what industry?
Yeah.
Fashion.
He's in the fashion industry. Yeah. Okay, so we were actually in the middle of, finishing up speaking about that Republican staffer. I don't even remember her name because it doesn't make sense for me to even try and remember it, who went in on the Obama girls on Facebook telling them that, they look like bar butts. So we were finishing up that conversation. Did you have anything to say about it?
That was totally disrespectful for her to do that, being as though you're attacking the president's daughter, which is like a no-no. And as far as his presidency, she was their family was the first one to be, as far as the kids to be attacked like that, besides Chelsea. But, she wasn't that, as far as Clinton, she wasn't that attacked like they was. That was ridiculous. She had to retire, resign because they're about to come after her anyway.
Actually, nobody has act like that at all, period.
Right, that's true. That's true, but, that was just a stupid comment. They were just standing back there watching the president, do his turkey thing, the blessing, whatever, so that was just ridiculous.
I know she wished that there really wasn't Olivia Pope to help her out. Yep.
You wish what?
I still think daughters were going
Olivia Pope, scandal. Come on.
Do whatever you want to, but those
Oh my God.
Was that Bob?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to change the subject real quick. See, please.
Okay.
I don't watch Scandal. Oh, seriously.
Scandal. Oh. Okay.
That is like
oh my God.
I don't.
You are not a gladiator.
Look, listen to me, and I will never be. I watched about what 5-10 minutes. No, I watched about 10 minutes of that stupid show, and to me, it was just like disrespecting black people, and for some reason, it's like the number one show around among black women, and I don't understand it, and I will not support it, and that's the end of that.
Well, I haven't watched it, so I can't speak on that.
Don't watch it, Bernie say.
I loved it from the first show. Yeah, it sucks that, she's trapped in being, the other woman. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And why would you want to portray a black woman as that way? And that's like the number one show among black women. Makes no sense.
Like Monica.
Well, what about the have and the have-nots?
Black women? Well, I'm going to speak for myself. This is why I like it. I like it because, except for her crazy three-way love life. She is pretty smart when it comes to, fixing scandals and stuff like that. That's what I like about it. I
could see any other show where a woman would fix a
She
scandal.
has to be. Look at her life. Look at her life. She better be good at fixing that shit.
Seriously.
Yes.
The other thing that turned me off of it was her husband or boyfriend or whatever he was, I don't even remember, told her that he loved her, like he really loved her, and she was like, no, I don't want this boring love. I want soul-sucking, torturous, kill me.
Are you talking about
that guy?
Yes, dude. He said she didn't want the dude who loved her. She wanted a dude that didn't really love her, who says he loved her, but it hurt him because he doesn't love her.
No. The president does love her. Okay,
he does.
The president does love her. He just can't be with her because of politics.
Are you finished?
Scandal. Here's another scandal. This is it.
Ridiculous.
Are you finished? Okay, see, I have a question. If your dude right now said, I love you more than anything, but get out of my house because I can't have these people seeing you with me, you going to stay with him and say, yeah, he does love me? Are you kidding me?
Number one, if he was the president, I would be the first lady.
No, you wouldn't. You would be first lady. You would be Monica Lewinsky, but you wouldn't be the first lady.
Wait a second.
No. I come second to no one.
No, see.
That's the difference between me and Olivia.
No, see.
See.
If you think about the context of the show, if you were the first lady, then that means that you would be telling his other woman that she better take care of him when he's not with you because the country depends on it. Because that's what fucking happens in the show, and that's why it's ridiculous.
Okay, no.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
If you're going to put me in that situation, you also got to put my personality into the situation, too.
No.
Because I would be the first
we weren't talking about personalities. We're talking about this woman's personality and how twisted she is.
Exactly. We're not talking about your personality.
What if it was me? That's what you said. If it was me, there would be no other woman. Don't you understand?
Right.
You
left his wife and married Olivia Pope.
So it won't be no scandal then.
Then there would be no scandal. See, there would be no scandal if that's what you're saying. Then it would be, why are you watching Scandal?
It wouldn't be on TV because it's too wholesome.
Right, true.
No. The scandal would be that the first lady, me,
garbage.
What?
Every woman that looks the wrong way, okay? I will accept
the reason why I talk like this.
Y'all think it will be.
Hold on. The reason why I'm talking about these issues like this is because I've lived in D.C. for the past 10 years, and I see this shit happen for real. This shit happens all the time. All the time.
Wow.
And it's fucking disgusting.
What do you see?
I mean, it happens. Hold on. To be real, it happens.
The way in which it happens in D.C. is not the way in which it happens in other places.
Well, it happens all over.
It's socially acceptable.
Yeah,
That's why you see
exactly.
it on TV. It's socially acceptable for them to do that shit here in D.C. Their fucking wives and spouses know about it, and they say, keep going. Look at House of Cards. The same shit happens. That shit they didn't play it out like that because it doesn't happen. That's how it happens here.
And then look at the haves and the have-nots.
I haven't seen that show.
I haven't seen any of the shows y'all are talking about. I feel so behind.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never seen House of Cards.
Okay, so Bernie. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so Bernie J, what's the haves and the have-nots? What's it about?
Haves and the have-nots is like the scandalous lady that's trying to steep her way up to the top. You know, her bosses, and try to deceive and get the most money she can and just like leave the guys. And Scandal, I never saw Scandal. I mean, just like the same kind of show, spinoff. Haves and the have-nots, Scandal. You said House of Cards. I haven't seen that either.
Yeah, House of Cards is a Netflix original show, but that's about It's about a congressman and his wife, and it's Kevin Spacey who's the congressman.
Right.
So basically, yeah, he's murdering people, sleeping with people, all kinds of shit. But now, in the first season, he's a congressman. By the second season, he's already vied and gotten himself into the vice presidency. I believe the third season he's the president.
So wait. He fought his way into the vice presidency?
No, he slandered people, framed people, killed people, slept with a hell of people, slept with people, make up stories to get them to publish stories.
That just basically that's his government as of today. Yeah, that's government as of today. Just in the TV form. And it's like Madam Secretary.
Yep. This is how the country's run, and that's why it disgusts me that they put it on TV for people to watch, and then they eat it up and fucking love it.
Right, and then it's like, yeah. That's how they what they call it, hide it, right in plain sight, just like that.
Exactly.
Well, art imitates reality, so I mean that's all that's going to happen. Okay, it happens over there in the political life, I guess you would say, and then they put it on TV because I mean that's the way to make money. And then all that's going to happen is then people who follow these shows are not going to follow that way of life. That's all that's going to happen.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
That's why I'm saying the country's never going to change because it's so corrupted now that they put it on TV and people are accepting it, so they're never going to fucking change it.
Okay, and then speaking. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, that brings me to, with all these protests that's going on, I'm like,
oh yeah.
When is it gonna change?
It's not.
What do they expect to come out of all these protests?
The way they're supposedly protesting is not going to change anything because rioting and looting and burning down your own town is not going to change anything at all.
That's exactly what we need to do. That's exactly what people.
The only thing that changes anything in this country is money. Okay, so unless people have money,
exactly, and that's why they're burning the shit out of those people's stores and trashing and looting it, so they can't have their fucking money anymore.
Right. What they need to do. They burned down a woman's store. 14 years? She was a black woman. One of them. Like what in the world? Like what did you accomplish by doing that?
It doesn't fucking.
As a whole, Black America needs to get more businesses and invest in themselves. You know what I'm saying? Invest in their own community.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
It's not possible because they're not trying.
Really?
Well,
what was that you just made about what was this theory you just had about Bill Cosby? Like I said, it's not possible. Look at the president. They're not even letting him fucking do what he wants and what he needs to do in the office.
Look, nobody tells half these black people where to go shop. They choose where they want to shop. You know what I'm saying?
What options are available to them?
Yeah, true. So when they turn TV on, so all they do is get the ads in the media. So you have to, hey, what's the hottest thing? Come on, keeping up with the Joneses, right?
They always fall into that materialistic crap. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Jordan. Oh, I want to wear this outfit because I saw Beyonce wearing it. Shut the hell up, okay? How about you try to pay your own bills before you worry about
visual.
materialistic
So once they put it in the visual mind, you're like, okay, I got to have that. It's like Black Friday is such a big thing, right?
Look, oh my God! A lot of people hear about the riots about Black Friday this year. It actually brought sales down 11% this year with the protests and everything
11?
about Black Friday.
Last time I heard it.
Right, and the big thing was Cyber Monday, right? Yeah, that was bigger this year.
Yeah, so that was yesterday. Cyber Monday was yesterday, but a lot of the Ferguson protests have been to boycott Black Friday. So
right. They should have did that. They'd been like shut the e-commerce down or whatever because boycott Black Friday. Then everybody had to protest the right way, not just tear your own community up.
No, that's true.
I mean that's what I've been saying. These riots and tearing up your own community makes absolutely no sense. You're not doing yourself a service.
I know, because you got to rebuild now, right? And then when you go in the shop and buy stuff, right? It's crazy.
Exactly. Now, who are you going to look at?
Right. So
it's now the deal that they were saying that police station or whatever has a history of harassing the black community.
Oh wow.
Majority black. So I think that is why they got so angry. I mean, do the right thing. Do the right thing. That film was based off of real riots that happened in New York City for those reasons. The cop came in the neighborhood, choked the dude out, killed him, and then the people rioted.
That's crazy. And then the officer retired.
Yeah, exactly.
That is amazing. After the verdict. Now, what kills me... What
enough money now. He got donated millions of dollars for his defense. Basically, there was a fund made. So, I mean, he doesn't have to work anymore.
Right.
Check Zimmerman. Check Zimmerman.
Zimmerman. Oh, right. Now, his whole family, right now, weapons, carrying guns and everything in the house and make sure they have this color-coded emergencies. That's crazy.
Yep.
But what I don't understand now, and you guys, in the last, say, 3 weeks to almost a month, did you hear anything about Ebola?
Wow, yeah. Somebody said that
Dude,
today,
I was
right?
thinking about that the other day. I was like, what happened to Ebola? Why isn't nobody talking about it anyway?
Right. See, and then now when the verdict came out, it's a distraction. So Ebola, we didn't hear that for almost a month. Before that, it was like everything's Ebola. You got it. Now it's like nothing. It's amazing.
So some people saying Mike Brown trumped that or whatever, but the most intelligent answer I've heard so far is that there are no more recorded cases in the United States, so that's why they stopped.
Exactly,
right.
Exactly. And that's what I was going to say. There is no Ebola supposedly in the United States right now. And actually, before this Mike Brown thing started, the talk of Ebola had already diminished. It was gone. It hadn't diminished.
Yeah.
It was gone.
They stopped talking about it soon after those elections.
Right. There you go. Right. The election. Right. And
that's when they stopped talking about Ebola.
That's when a Republican won the biggest party. Right.
It was
You're
all
right,
for
yeah.
distraction. It was all to distract people, make you afraid to even go out and vote.
Right, because
afraid of Ebola.
Right now when Obama's out of the White House, watch what happens. Craziness.
I'm afraid.
I mean, people say,
I'm afraid.
Like
next.
Yeah, because now he didn't do his job. What has he done for the American people? But once he's out of the White House, he'll be a whole different thing.
I believe that if the Democrats win with a Hillary ticket, if they win with a Hillary ticket, what's going to happen is Hillary Clinton's going to turn up in the Middle East. She's going to start fucking carpet bombing the whole fucking place, and people are going to love her for it.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Let her do it because she's a strong woman. They won't necessarily let Obama do it.
Right.
Bush was going way too wild with shit.
Oh yeah, because he's still blaming Obama for Obamacare.
Oh yeah, and then all of the good that Obama has done is going to turn up while whoever is next in office, and they're going to give that person credit for it.
Exactly. Same thing I said. Exactly what I said. Right. Exactly.
They're going to be like, oh my God, Hillary solved this whole fucking recession, and she's bombing the shit out of the Middle East. She's the best president ever.
Right. Why did Obama do it? Right. That's definitely what they're going to do. I know.
Yeah. They let Obama take care of the bad guys, and they let him clean up.
Oh yeah.
They take guys and clean up the mess. He got Saddam too, or was Saddam under Bush? Saddam?
No. Was he? Yeah, Bush got Saddam.
That was on the tail end of
yeah. Obama got Bin Laden. Bush got Saddam.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
Obama reduced the troops. He reduced the troops in Iraq. He sort of like closed out Iraq by calling it a civil war, and then he mopped up in Afghanistan and got Bin Laden. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he fixed the recession.
Yeah.
Which nobody.
Only thing he couldn't raise the minimum wage yet. They didn't let him do it. The Republicans didn't let him do that. The Republicans didn't let that happen. He wanted to do that, but they stopped that.
I thought he executive ordered that.
I thought it went through, did it?
Yeah,
but he did? Oh, okay. I thought he tried to block that.
He executive ordered it. So he's like, fuck you guys.
Right, because the minimum wage was ridiculous.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I really thought it went up.
Okay.
Bernard, you're right, man. They shut him down. They shut him down when it was a bill. That's why he said, fuck you, the executive order.
Executive order, okay, right, okay. I didn't get that, okay.
Wow, okay. And somehow this show turned into a political show.
Oh, yeah, right, well, yeah, when it gets to that, talking about Obama and everything, and it gets to that bowl, anything government, it's just like you have to be like, okay, he can do so much. His hands, he's going to do so much. Everything else, they won't let him do it. It's just the Republicans.
Yeah.
It's just the Republicans.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. To me, a politician is a politician. So.
Oh yeah, both sides. They're out. Their money. It's just like this is like the drug war. Come on, you okay?
You're right. right. Where's all that cocaine coming from? Why you got
right. And just like that governor had it on his plane, right?
What? Yep. They've been flying. Actually, that's why they have Guantanamo. They move so much cocaine. Every plane that has those quote unquote terrorists in it, that plane is
cocaine.
Cocaine too.
Cocaine. And then the border,
wow.
and then the border patrol. The border protection. Yeah. Okay.
What's that?
Oh, it's true. It's just amazing. You sit back and think, but they had the TV and the media doing the thing, And CNN.
Cocaine Import Agency.
Right.
Wow. Well, as with everything else, I'm going to cover my butt and say allegedly.
What?
Everything
okay,
here that we're talking about everybody is allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh.
Kai's afraid somebody's going to call her up and fact check her.
Well, everything that was said on here was either stuff that we've heard, doesn't necessarily mean any of it is true. Okay?
Okay. I got you.
Exactly. It's
okay.
what we heard, and then we just made our opinion. We gave our opinion about it. So don't everybody take anything to heart, even though I know people are going to take everything to heart.
Some people do
take it to heart.
And I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
I do.
If your feelings were hurt, you can always call in and moan to us about it at 607-203-5378 during our next show. Or you can just leave us a message, and we'll hear it for our next. Again, that number is 607-203-5378. If your feelings were hurt and we made you feel so bad, go ahead and give us a call. So we can make you feel worse.
And then we'll lead off freedom of speech, right?
There's no such thing as freedom of speech.
All
right. Tonight's show was awesome. It was our introductory show, first show, and I really had fun. We have about a minute and a half left. Again, I'm Kai. Our guest co-host today, which he did a wonderful job, is Bernie J. We have Hemi and we have C on the line. Next week's show, which is at...
man. You need a nickname.
That's his nickname, Bernie J. Leave it alone.
Bernie J.
Bernie J?
Bernie J. I what? What's my nickname?
No, what
BJ? Oh, no.
BJ.
Okay.
See? Here we go.
His name is.
Here we go. The scandal. The scandal lady.
Okay. Well, we only have like a minute left, so we'll figure out his nickname later. But I just want to say our next show is next Tuesday at 6 p.m. We're going to be broadcasting 1 hour Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time. In our next show, we're going to talk about relationship, which is dating versus Tinder culture, which he has to about because I don't know anything about that. We didn't get to talk about that tonight. And we're also going to talk about the new movies that's coming out, Jurassic World and Star Wars. Now, if you want to call in and, again, tell us, anything that we did to hurt your feelings, go ahead and do that, 607-203-5378. And, we're probably going to have Bernie J on again next week. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed our show. We sure enjoyed you. And we're going to fade out here on No Conduct Radio. Have a great night.
Peace out.
Everybody say bye.
Later.
Peace.